Why do so many people have trouble recovering? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Rodrigo here from Unleash Your Fitness. If you're new to the channel, I am a personal trainer and I make videos to help people lose weight, gain muscle, and live an overall healthy lifestyle. In this video, I'm actually going to be talking about something a little bit different that you don't really hear much about in other fitness channels, at least from what I've noticed. Recovery, like what it really means and why people have a hard time recovering. So whenever you think about recovery, people mostly think about the physical aspect of it, right? So making sure you are getting enough sleep, making sure your nutrition is on point, making sure you get enough, like I said, sleep, and just trying to stay injury free. So that's what most people think about, right? Or taking a whole day and not doing enough exercise, right? Still moving, but not doing any kind of exercise. That way they can fully recover for the next time they get to work out again, and that way they can go in and just kill it, right? But there are two other things that most people don't really take into consideration, and that's your mental health and your spiritual health. So before I get into those two, I want to talk about a little bit of your physical health, right? So mostly what everybody knows. So in order for you to fully recover and make sure that you come back stronger, it's obviously you want to get at least 8 hours of sleep every night, and you want to make sure your nutrition is on point. Now your nutrition doesn't really have to be on point 100% of the time. As long as your nutrition is on point 80 to 85% of the time, you're gonna be fine. All right, you're gonna be fine. But keep that in mind that you need a minimum of 80%, right? Eating high quality protein, high quality fats, and high quality carbs. You need all three. Now, yes, you might be doing keto or another kind of diet, and that's fine, right? But on average, most people are gonna be eating all three: protein, carbs, and fats. So if you're eating all three, make sure you are at least 3 of your meals are high quality protein. You're getting some kind of fats in there like avocado or nuts. For fats, you need a minimum of 20 grams of fat so your organs can stay healthy, right? Because that's the whole purpose of fats, to help your organs stay healthy. And carbs, we all know carbs are your main source of energy, right? So you definitely need carbs in order for your body to function. So make sure you're getting a good quality of carbs. Now, good quality of carbs, when I say carbs, just try to stay away from all the high sugar stuff, right? And try to keep your sodium low. That way to avoid any water retention. Now, fruits are the exception, but just be careful not to eat a whole bunch of fruit, right? I know it sounds like counter to what most people say, but overall, if your goal is to lose weight, you gotta try not to hold as much water weight as possible. So yes, eat fruit, but don't stuff yourself with fruit. Now let's talk about your mental health, all right? If you are putting in the work, if you are going to the gym, if you are lifting weights, if you're doing your cardio, if your nutrition is on point, you're watching what you eat, right? You're getting enough sleep, you're doing everything you need to do, you got to give yourself more credit, right? Even if you're not seeing any progress in the gym or any physical progress, or if you don't see yourself getting stronger, or if you don't see yourself losing weight, still give yourself credit. Why? Because you're putting in the work, you're putting in the effort, right? And sometimes, yes, it sucks. You might not see any progress at first, or maybe you did see progress, but then now you're stuck, right, somewhere. Still, give yourself more progress, because you're not quitting and you're not stopping, right? The last thing you want to do is stop seeing progress and you automatically stop working out, or you automatically stop tracking your food, or you automatically just give up, right? Don't do that. Keep going, keep pushing. The only thing, my advice would be try something new, right? So if you are doing the same routines every week, try a different routine, right? If you, for example, doing, let's just say, a bro split, try push-pull legs. If you were doing push-pull legs, try a bro split. Or if you already did both, try a full body split, right? If you are only lifting weights, try adding cardio. If you're only doing cardio, try adding weights, right? Try something different. That way you won't be stuck in the same thing all the time, all right? So that's what I will advise you to do. And also just watch your nutrition, right? Maybe it's time for you to eat a little bit more. Maybe you got stronger, maybe you got more muscles now, and those muscles require more calories to maintain, meaning that you gotta eat a little bit more. You're not gonna get fat, you're not gonna gain body fat. All you're doing is those extra calories are gonna go into your muscles. Just make sure they are high in quality and very low in sugar and sodium. All right. Now, you also want to treat yourself. Let's say you go out at night for drinks, for the party, whatever, right? And don't feel bad, right? Take it as a treat. Treat yourself. Like I said, if you're putting in the work, if you're putting in the time, the effort, the consistency, hey, go have some fun. Go enjoy life, right? Life is not about just going to the gym, lifting weights, and eating a strict diet, right? You gotta enjoy life. So if you want to go out for some drinks, if you want to go eat a cake, a brownie, a donut, a coffee, whatever, right? Go for it. Nobody's gonna stop you. Nobody should stop you. And if that's gonna make you feel better, go for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? If that's gonna make you feel better, then go for it. There shouldn't be a reason for you to feel bad about it. Take it like a treat. Now, obviously, don't overdo it, but treat yourself once in a while. It's fine. It's all right. Like I said, if you're not competing, if you're not a bodybuilder, a physique competitor, if your life doesn't depend on you reaching that fitness goal, right? As long as your nutrition is 80 to 85% good most of the time, that extra 20% could be a cheat meal, a snack. And it's all trial and error. Here's the thing. Here's another thing, right? Here's a quick tip. It's all trial and error. Everybody's different. Everybody's body is different. Therefore, whatever works for you might not work for somebody else. Whatever works for somebody else might not work for you. For you, you might be the person that can have a cheat meal every single night, and guess what? It's just gonna help you. It's just gonna help. You're gonna find yourself getting stronger. You're actually gonna be losing body fat. You're actually gonna be sleeping more, right? And somebody else might be the opposite. They might have something similar like you, but their cheat meal is in the morning. So for breakfast, they're eating, I don't know, coffee. They're eating whatever they want, maybe Dunkin' Donuts or wherever, right? But they're keeping their other meals strictly on point, and they're seeing the same results. They're getting stronger. Their recovery is better. They don't feel bloated or whatever. And hey, some people might have to stick with a strict diet Monday through Friday, right? And they can actually have a whole cheat day Saturday and Sunday. Like, everybody's different. It's all trial and error. Try everything and see which one works for you, right? Now, keep one thing in mind though. If you're gonna try to do all that, do it for a whole week, right? So if you're gonna, let's say, eat whatever you want in the morning and then just have a strict plan the rest of the day, do it for the full 7 days. That way you can know if it's gonna benefit you or not, right? Because you can have a bad day one day, but that doesn't mean that the plan was bad. It only means for that day you just had a bad day, right? So it's all trial and error. Give yourself a whole week, and then if it doesn't work, switch it up. If it does work, hey, keep it. And especially if you like it, keep it. Here's another thing. You always want to have a positive attitude. Now, even if you're not making a lot of progress, right? Or like I said, if you were making progress but now you're kind of stuck, keep that positive attitude. Why? Because there's probably somebody else right now watching you, looking up to you, saying, damn, I wish I had that consistency. I wish I had that mindset of going to the gym, of staying on track on everything, on my nutrition, on everything that I'm doing, that person is doing. I wish I could do it too. That's probably what somebody else is thinking, right? A positive attitude is going to take you a long ways, right? A long way on the long run. So keep that positive attitude and keep making it happen. Learn to overcome drawbacks and learn from them, right? I'm gonna give you something that happened to me. I was in a motorcycle accident, and I was out from actually going hard at the gym for like a whole month, right? I was still going to the gym, but I was focused more on working on my mobility and just finding my weaknesses overall to kind of work on them and get stronger, right? So I was still going to the gym, but I wasn't lifting heavy. I wasn't going all in on my lifts. I was just working on my mobility, on my weaknesses. And guess what? Now it's been 2 weeks now that I'm actually pushing hard again, and my strength has improved a lot. My reps have went up as well. And I mean, I've seen a big change overall in my workouts ever since I took that whole month off to work on my weaknesses. Now, I probably would be in a better place now if I would have did that a while back. Now, unfortunately, it took a motorcycle accident for me to kind of like take some time and just, like I said, work on my weaknesses and my mobility for me to actually realize, damn, I should have did this a while back to improve. So like I said, if you have any drawbacks, learn from them, right? Don't let them break you. Don't let them take you down. Learn from them and just execute. Because I promise you, if you do, you're gonna come back stronger and harder than before. So let's make it happen. Now let's talk about the spiritual side, right? So obviously everybody has their own beliefs. When I talk about spiritual health, right, I'm talking about what fires up your soul, what gets you going, what wakes you up every morning, what makes you want to get up and go do something, right? So most of the time we dedicate ourselves to our job, our family, maybe our goals, right? As far as physical goals or money goals or stuff like that, right? But we don't always sit down and dig deep and actually ask ourselves, what do we want, right? What do we want? What do I want? What do I want to do? Not what do I have to do, but what do I want to do, right? So that's something that I want you to think about. Think about what do you want to do, not what you have to do, but think about what you want to do, right? So sit down, take some time, get a paper and pencil, and write down everything that makes you happy, whether that's dancing, whether that's going to the club, whether that can be drinking, whatever, right? But what fires up your soul and makes you happy, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna help us have a positive attitude. That's what's gonna help us stay on track, right? Because if we don't have something there that's gonna fire us up, then it's gonna be very hard to stay fired up with everything else, right? So what is it, right? Is it reading a book? Is it going to the movies? Is it what is it? Is it playing a certain sport that you really like? Basketball, soccer, whatever, right? Is it exploring, right? Think about what's gonna get you feeling adventurous and just overall try new things. And finally, you sit down and reflect on your life, right? What have you done up to this point that you are proud of, and what do you want to do in the future, right? That way you can go ahead and set a plan now and not feel lost, like a lost sheep, right? In this big, huge planet where we're basically like little ants walking around, right? Trying to make a living. Me personally, I want to be the happy ant that's always, enjoying life, walking around, making sure I am doing what I have to do, but at the same time doing what I want to do. And that's what keeps me going personally. So that's my advice. Like I said, next time when you think about recovery, don't just think about recovery as going to sleep, and don't think about oh, I have to go to sleep 8 hours. Why? Because if not, I'm not gonna see any progress. Don't think about, oh, I have to eat this or whatever to keep making gains. Or don't think about, oh, I have to, don't think about I have. Think about more like, what do I want, right? Not what do I need, but what do I want. It's not always about your physical health. It's at the same time, it's also about your mental health and your spiritual health. So keep that in mind. If you work on all those three, you're gonna make a lot of progress. Not just in the gym, not just in your physical health, but overall in life. The main thing that's bigger than your fitness goals and your physical goals is life, and your life is something that you want to make the most out of. So let's get it. All right, guys, unleashyourfitnesspt.com if you need any personal training, virtual coaching, or online training. All right, I'm also running fitness boot camps, and if you're in the Fayetteville area, just send me a message and I will get back with you. I'm gonna leave all the links down below. Thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you guys next time.